Custom examples. This way of prompting is one of the most powerful ways of prompting, yet one of the most underutilized prompting techniques, I can say. So, for example, if you ask ChatGPT or any AI, what are closures in JavaScript? Okay, you will get a reasonable answer back. But if you give it a custom example, so there is nothing called DUXA format. It is a made up example, right? And it was made up for a very specific purpose. If I ask AI to answer me this question in this custom format and then roughly explain what that concept is. D stands for definition, U for use case, and so on. I'll get a very, very different and custom output. So, this format was created to help people who were preparing for technical interviews. So, whenever they are asked about, for example, closures, they need to start with definition using the technical words. Then the follow up question that comes to them is, have you ever used them in your code? What are the use cases of it? Are there any benefits? Can you give an example? Can you write an example? And for senior positions, are there any edge cases? Right? So this format gives answer to this question in a very specific format, which is very, very useful precisely for technical interview preparation. Right? So this is a game changer, right? Giving a custom example to ChatGPT and asking it to use that example. So you can take this prompt one step up, one level up. So what you can do is answer the following question in DUXA format. This is the question. Here is DUXA format. And also you have given an example here. So you can see that what are objects. This is unrelated to what I'm asking, but I have an example that I'm giving it. And I am asking it and I'm giving it example response. So telling it that, there will be a section for definition where it will be defined in this way. The use cases will be defined in this way. Benefits will be defined in this way. Example code might look something like this, right? And extra information, edge cases, extra might look something like this. There will be a very different level of precision that I'll be receiving in my response, right? I've given it a custom example. At the same time, I'm also giving an example of how a sample output using this example would look like. And this kind of prompt gives so much precise answer that is unbelievable, right? So I have included a lot of examples here. Please play around with all of these because you will be using all of these skills that you are learning here in the upcoming use cases, right? So I'll assume in the next section that you are already aware of all of these prompting techniques. One very nice way of using custom examples is that you are giving AI a question and you're giving it an answer in a very specific format. So you're giving the name of the capital plus the flag of the country. Question, name, flag. And then you ask your question and wait for its answer. Again, we have given it custom examples and it will try to maintain that. It will try to learn from that as much as possible. One last example, let me give you here. Suppose I ask AI to create a curriculum, right? I want outline a coding curriculum for web development for beginners course. Let's do it. Let me give this simple prompt to it. And AI will give me a very reasonable answer. It is giving me a nested list that week one do this. Again, it is assuming things that I want to divide my curriculum in weeks. But as per my learning management system, I don't need any nesting, right? And just by looking at the title, I should be able to understand that what the technology is. Again, this example, this custom example has nothing to do with this topic. Excel, Python, statistics, they have nothing to do with this topic. But what I'm doing here is I'm giving it a naming convention that it should use technology dash title. So this is the custom naming convention that I'm giving, and I'm also giving it example of how to use this naming convention. Here I'm literally telling that the technology name should be bold, followed by a dash, and then the topic itself. Let's see how different our output is if we give this custom example. Again, you can see that we are getting precisely the thing that we needed. There is technology names followed by a dash and the topic name. Very, very convenient for at least my learning management system. And these are the custom phrases. These are the words that you can use following the format of the example provided, similar to the example provided, using the example as a guide, incorporating elements such as, right? So these are many ways of using tailored custom examples in our prompts. Very, very powerful way. Do try it out. Do experience the power of it.